As the ADP Tour shifts its focus to the Middle East swing, all eyes are on Doha for what promises to be a blockbuster edition of the Qatar Open. With elite names like Daniil Medvedev, Jannik Sinner, and Carlos Alcaraz headlining the ADP 500 event, the intensity is already building, and Medvedev has offered intriguing insight into the playing conditions after a high-profile practice session with Sinner. Medvedev's strong start to 2026. The 2026 season began in style for Daniil Medvedev, who lifted the trophy at the Brisbane International. The Russian battled through a tough draw, defeating dangerous opponents including Francis Tiafoe and Brandon Nakashima to secure his 22nd ADP title. That triumph seemed to signal a return to his very best. However, results since then have been mixed. Medvedev reached the fourth round at the Australian Open, showing flashes of his trademark defensive brilliance and counterpunching precision. But his momentum stalled at the Rotterdam Open, where he suffered a surprise first-round exit. Now, Doha presents an opportunity to regain rhythm and possibly lay down a marker against his biggest rivals. A star-studded field in Doha, the Qatar Open boasts one of its strongest lineups in recent years. World number 1 Jannik Sinner arrives as the second seed, while Carlos Alcaraz continues his blistering unbeaten run in 2026, adding extra intrigue to the draw. For Medvedev, the tournament is more than just another ADP 500 stop. It's a litmus test against the two dominant forces of the new generation. That Medvedev's verdict on the Doha courts ahead of his opening match. Medvedev shared the practice court with Sinner, and afterward he offered his thoughts on the conditions in Doha. Known for his analytical approach to surfaces and pace, Medvedev pointed out that the courts in Doha play relatively quick but remain balanced. According to him, the surface rewards aggressive baseline play while still allowing defenders to stay in rallies, a combination that could make for high-quality encounters. Medvedev noted that the ball travels well through the air in the dry Doha climate, but the bounce remains predictable. This predictability, he suggested, benefits players who rely on rhythm and timing, an area where Sinner thrives at the same time. Medvedev hinted that the speed of the court can favor big servers and first-strike tennis, something that could also suit Alcaraz's explosive style. Practice with Sinner, a tactical preview. Training alongside Sinner is no ordinary session. The Italian has become one of the most complete players on tour, combining relentless power with improved movement and mental resilience. Medvedev acknowledged the intensity of the practice, highlighting Sinner's ability to hit clean winners from both wings, even under pressure. The Russian, known for his deep court positioning and elastic defense, appeared focused on adjusting his return position and timing to counter Sinner's aggressive baseline game. Their rivalry has grown increasingly tactical in recent seasons, with matches often decided by small margins and momentum swings. Practicing together before a major ADP 500 event may provide subtle clues about potential adjustments should they meet later in the week. Doha conditions could shape the tournament. The Doha courts have historically produced fast-paced matches, but they're not as lightning-quick as some indoor hard events. Instead, they offer a blend of speed and control, something Medvedev described as fair. For Medvedev, who sometimes struggles on extremely slow surfaces, this balance could be ideal. His flat backhand penetrates through quicker courts, while his ability to absorb pace allows him to redirect powerful shots. Meanwhile, Alcaraz's heavy topspin forehand could kick high enough to trouble opponents, even on a relatively lower bouncing surface. Sinner's clean ball striking may prove especially dangerous in the thin desert in short. The conditions in Doha could amplify the strengths of all three contenders, setting the stage for potential classic encounters, a crucial moment in the season with the Middle East swing often serving as a bridge between the Australian summer and the North American hardcourt stretch. Doha is more significant than its ADP 500 status suggests. For Medvedev, another deep run would reassert his place among the elite and build confidence heading into the Sunshine Double. For Sinner and Alcaraz, it's about maintaining dominance and psychological edge. That Medvedev's early assessment of court shows he's already thinking strategically. His attention to surface nuances has always been one of his strengths. And in a tournament loaded with firepower, those small observations could make the difference as the Qatar Open unfolds. Fans can expect fast rallies, bold shot-making, and tactical chess matches among the sport's biggest stars. And if Medvedev's practice session with Sinner is any indication, Doha is ready to deliver high-quality tennis from the very first ball.